Garret from Garret's Guitar Lessons here, and today I'm going to be going through Oye Como Va by Santana, all the lead parts to the song. Alright, now I find this to be a great platform to kind of start discussing phrasing here, because what Santana does here is he kind of gives us little niblets of these lick ideas and then kind of expands on them as the solo progresses. And this is a great way to think about how phrasing should work. How it should work is basically, I'm going to break it down into 4 steps. 1 is going to be kind of stating our initial idea. 2 is to kind of just change it up a little bit. So it's almost just like number 1, but we just change it up a little bit. That could be a different note, a different rhythm, or maybe add something at the end of the lick, which is what Santana is going to do a lot. 3 is to restate the initial idea. So that is number 1, basically verbatim, a number 3. And then 4 is going to be change it up a lot. All right. Now this is a great way to kind of really milk a lot of the things that you're learning in all these lick videos, whether it's one of my licks or other licks that you see on videos. How you could turn it into a solo is by phrasing it in this way. State the lick, change the lick just a little bit, play the same lick again, then change it a lot. And that change it a lot can be a good way to segue into kind of the next part of the solo. Perhaps it's a different lick, or perhaps it's a higher lick, so you can kind of use that part to climb up the scale into another sort of position. So let's see how Santana does it in the Oye Como Va solo. So this one takes place in my A minor scale, A minor Dorian to be exact, and so most of the stuff is going to be revolving around just our kind of home bass scale, that E minor scale shape position, or position, just that first finger on the minor root note right there. Okay, so it's going to go 5, 5, 5, 7, 8, 10, 7, and then I'm going to slide up all on the first string, and I'm going to slide up 8 to 10 on the second string. I tend to finger that with my first finger on the 5th fret, and then third finger on the 7th, pinky on the 8th, and then slide up from the 8th to the 10th on the first string, and then 7th fret on the first string, and then with my first finger, and then use my second finger to slide up from the 8th to 10th fret on the second string. So there's the first initial idea. What's the second idea? So what's happening there is he just adds a quick little bend on the 3rd string, 7th fret, and then goes to the 5th fret on the 3rd string. So there's his second idea. What happens the 3rd time he goes around in this intro solo? Just the same first idea again. Nothing else at the end. 4th time. Basically the same thing as what he did the 2nd time, just with a heftier bend on that 7th fret on the 3rd string, back to the 5th fret on the 3rd string right there. All together. So the 4 steps at the beginning, I kind of picked up from this solo, and here we kind of saw a little snippet of it, right? We saw the first one be kind of stating the idea. Second one, he adds just a little bend. Third one, he restates the first idea. And then 4th one, he just kind of adds a heftier bend. So not too much of a change for that 4th one, but let's take a look at that second solo. Now what's happening here is he kind of states his initial idea, which is 7th fret on the 4th string, and then 5, 5 on the 3rd and 2nd string, and then 8th fret on the 2nd string, 5th, 8th on the 2nd string, then he's going to hammer on from the 5th to the 7th on the 2nd string, and then he's going to hit the 7th fret on the 3rd string. Now here he kind of goes, after that, 5th, and then pull off from the 7th to the 5th on the 3rd string, and then go to the 7th fret on the 4th string. So that's his initial idea. What happens the second time around? Exactly the same, except that he goes to the 5th fret on the 1st string at the very end. So it's going to be 7 on the 4th, 5, 5 on the 3rd and on the 2nd string, 8, 5, 8 on the 2nd string, then hammer on from the 5th to 7th on the 2nd string, then go to that 5th fret on the 1st string. So there's the second time. Again, he just changes it slightly, just the last note. Then the third time around, it's basically going to be the exact same as the first one. All right, all he does is just add a couple notes before what he did on the first one. So the first part of it is exactly the same. 7, 5, 5, 8, 5, 8. Hammer on that 5 to 7. On the second string, then go to the seventh fret on the third string. Now he's going to go 7 on the fourth string, 5th on the third string, then go to the 7th fret on the third string. And he's going to pull off the 7th to 5th on the third string, and go down to that 4th string, 7th fret. So here's the third time around. Now, the fourth time around, he changes it quite a bit. So it's somewhat of a callback to the second one, but the rhythm changes. It's going to go 7, 5, 5. So the 7th on the 4th string, 5 on the 3rd, 5 on the 2nd. Now he's going to go to the 8th fret on the 2nd string. That's going to go 5 on the 1st string, 5 on the 2nd string, and then 8th on the 2nd string. I was going to hammer on the 5th to 7th on the 2nd string, then go back to the 5th fret on the 1st string. So here it is in its entirety. So here's the third set of phrases. So what's happening here is he's going 8, 8, 5 on the first string, and then he's going to pull off 8 to 5, 8 to 5 again. Now he's going to hammer on the 5th to 7th on the 2nd string, and then go to the 5th fret on the 1st string. Now after that, he's going to go 7 on the 4th string, 5, 7 on the 3rd string, and then kind of backwards there. Pull off the 7 to 5 on the 3rd string, then 7th fret on the 4th string. So that was his first idea. His second idea is going to be very similar. 8, 8, 5, 8, 5, 8, 5. And then just hammer on that 5 to 7, and then 5th fret on the 1st string. So now the third part of that phrase is going to be very similar to the first one. All that 8 to 5 stuff on that 1st string, that hammer on the 5 to 7 on the 2nd string, back to the 5th fret on the 1st string, and now he's just going to go 7th fret on the 4th string, and then hammer on and pull off 5th to 7th on the 3rd string. And then the fourth time is just going to be 8, 8, 5, 5, then pull off only once 8 to 5, and then hammer on that 5 to 7 on that 2nd string, and then end on that first string, 5th fret. After that, he's going to go 8 to 5 on the 1st string quite a few times. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the 6th time, he's going to go twice on the 8th fret, and now he's going to do it 2 more times. Now he's going to bend up on that 7th fret on the 3rd string right there, and then finally he's just going to go, this is 5th fret on the 3rd string, pull off on the 7th fret to the 5th fret, and then down to the 7th fret on the 4th string. The final part before the singing comes back in is going to be this. Okay, and this is actually pretty simple. No phrases here, just kind of that thing repeats 3 times. So this is going to be the 5th fret on the 3rd string, and we're going to hit that 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 5th fret on the 2nd string, and then 5th fret back on the 3rd string, and then back on the 2nd string again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2nd, 3rd, 2nd, and then go to the 7th fret on the 2nd string, and then 4, 5, 6, 7 on the 4th string right there. And that just happens 3 times. Awesome. So hopefully you can kind of see what I was talking about at the beginning of the lesson with the phrases. How he kind of states the idea, changes it up a little bit, restates the idea and then changes it up a lot in a lot of this part of the solo. So again, he doesn't follow it exactly, but I think it's kind of a good rule of thumb if you're thinking about, okay, how do I phrase this? I have this lick, how do I kind of turn it into something more? I think those 4 steps can get you very close. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out GarrettsGuitarLessons.com for more free lessons and resources and a tab of today's lesson. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, and leave me a couple comments below.